Morning everybody, welcome to Padshaw Junction, hope you're all okay. Yes, it's eBay time again, and I didn't find this, Mrs Padshaw Junction found this. She was browsing on her phone one night and said, I spotted something, I think you need to get a bid in quick because it's about to time out. So I did, and this is what we got. The R549 pickup goods set, Hornby Railways. Doesn't come with track, and so obviously it's untested, so it's a bit of an unknown. Interesting thing though, I noticed that it actually says on the front of the box, I don't know if you can see it there, this set requires a Hornby power controller. Can you imagine the getting that for Christmas morning, thinking you got a train set, and then discovering your parents hadn't spotted that? There's no controller in the box. Oh dear, tears before bedtime. Never mind, anyway, let's crack on and have a look inside. Different kind of box this, doesn't have any artwork on it with the clear cutout windows showing the stuff inside. It's part number R549. I had a quick look online on one of the Hornby collectors websites, and it seems to think this dates from 1982 possibly, and they did it in two versions, one with a power controller, this one without the power controller, but they obviously stick that sticker on the front to warn you. Anyway, let's see what we got. Inside, we've got basically, it's just 3 wagons and Roger the tank engine. So, hey, Roger the tank engine. But I think for the price I paid, as I say, nobody had bid on it. It was about to run out. So I stuck a bid in of the start price of £9.99 and got it. So it was £9.99 plus £2.40 postage. So for 3 wagons and an engine, all right, it might not work. It was worth a punt, I think. Have a quick look first. It's quite a nice one. Bowls over wagon. Looks like it needs clipping back down. Got a hook missing, but I've got a bag of hooks somewhere, so that's not an issue. I wonder how these things always end up with the hooks missing. Southern Rail, cattle wagon. Again, quite nice. Again, with a hook missing. Or a Hornby cost cutting and just put hooks on every alternate wagon. Oh, who knows. And a little Great Western goods wagon. So again with a hook missing. My name, look, there's a pattern emerging here. It says made in Great Britain. They're all made in Great Britain, so 1982, that would put them at 41 years old, possibly. Yeah, I think 41 years old. And last of all, you get Roger, the tank engine. So that's okay, isn't it? It's quite cute. There's a little step broken on the end of there, I've just noticed, which is there on the other side. So I could just get a bit of plastic and glue it across the bottom there, couldn't I? And just make a step. And again, look, hook missing. As I say, I'll have to dig out some hooks. Definitely got a bag of hooks somewhere, so I'll have to dig those out and see if they work. Let's just grab a battery for a quick battery test on Roger and see if we've got any life in him. Well, yeah, the motors, I guess you can probably hear that, folks. The motor's going like Billy-O, but no drive. So fair play, he's going to need a bit of work. So I think what we'll do is just tidy these out the way for a moment. I'll go and look for my spare hooks, and we'll take the cover, well, take the body off Roger, and see what's going on inside. Okay, let's do that. Right, a quick rummage in the drawers. Revealed some hooks. So I've put one on the bowls over wagon, so that's got a hook on it now, both ends. Result, that rolls okay. Great Western wagon. See if we can get a hook on that. I suppose they do fall off quite easily. Maybe with a bit of rough play they could come detached, I guess. You know, at the end of the day, these were bought mainly for children, weren't they, I'd imagine. So that's the Great Western. Seems to be spinning okay. Hook on that one. Lovely. Last but not least, I like this SR Southern Rail cattle wagon. Obviously I live in the south, so SR, quite nice. But hey, I'm not region, what would you call it? I'm not a region snob or a particular region. I just like the Hornby Railway stuff and trains in general, so I'm not fussed. Last but not least, let's see if we can get a hook on that one. I guess if I ever get the Padshaw Junction up and complete and running properly, get some boards built, it'll have to be like a, you know, like a heritage railway, won't it? Where there's a bit of everything. So, because I have got a bit of everything. And that's it. That's on. Perfect. Stick that on there. that's those. Right, okay, well that's them, so that's good, that's a start. And then we're going to have a little look at little Roger. And see how the body comes off. There appears to be, I think there's some clips in there, so maybe we just give it a, yeah, oh, give it a squeeze. I was just saying just give it a squeeze, but it just flew off in my hand. So there's the body. It's not in bad condition, you know. It's got a little chrome finisher on the chimneys, and he's called Roger. I think that's quite cool. No coal load in the bunker though, which is a bit mean, isn't it? He's not going to get far like that, is he? So maybe if I can get hold of some coal, some, you know, from the Scenics things or something, that'd be quite nice to put a little coal load in him, wouldn't it? Give him half a chance. So we'll pop him over there. And this has the what I know is, looks to me like what the motors that you used to get in your scale electric cars. Looks like those, doesn't it? So I know there's an awful lot of white dust. Actually, I'll just take that weight out so I don't lose it. There's an awful lot of white dust in there, so I'm guessing the gears are worn away. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I was just wondering if I was to apply a little pressure and make them mesh. No, doesn't like that. Try again. No. Oh, hang on. Is it not picking up off the front wheels? I thought it was. Oh, it is. Oh, it nearly turned then, so I think the gears have obviously just worn. And they're not meshing anymore, are they? So maybe we can do something with that. Must be able to get spare gears for them somewhere. There's a little metal clip I've noticed here, just holding the whole thing together. So if I release that very carefully, and it actually goes through that capacitor there on the motor I've just noticed. Can you see that? So I need to be a bit careful with that. And then maybe it'll lift up. Don't want to break it without it getting a chance of running. Ah, there we go. That's better. So there we go. Put that to one side. Another bit of weighty chassis there. And some little pickups in there. And they go, and they just touch on the motor. So that's yeah. Of course, that just relies on those touching on the motor to run it. Wow. And then there's the gear at the front. If I can get in a bit closer. I hope you can see that. That's judging by all that white material in there. I think that's going to be the white gear, and you can see the gears worn. The gears are, the teeth have got like a beveled shape in them where they've worn away. So that's obviously why that does not run, which means I need to do a bit of an eBay search and find a replacement gear set for this motor if there's one available. So I'm going to go off. Oh yeah, made in Britain, Hornby made in Great Britain. Go off and have a look, see if I can get a replacement gear set, and through the magic of filming, hopefully in the next scene they'll have arrived in the post if I can track a set down, and we can just crack on and fit the gear set and see if we can get Roger working. Okay, it's off to the computer. Right guys, we're a couple of days later now. Well, I can't remember how many days it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I did manage to track down a set of a little gear set, which it says is for these Hornby motors, so that's quite good. Do you know what? They were quite hard to get hold of. There was a lot of places listed the part, but it was out of stock. But I found this one on eBay had them. I don't know. You go to the shops and you can't buy eggs, and you know, you go online, you can't buy gear wheels for Hornby trains. But never mind, eh? So let's uncover this. Just covered it over with a plastic box while I was waiting for the bits to arrive, so I didn't want it to get scattered to the four winds, if you know what I mean. And now we need to work out how to take this little chap apart. We'll start with that screw on the bottom, I think. Should have got a screwdriver out, shouldn't I? That would have been a good idea. Nah, why forward plan when you can just do it on the hoof? Right, here we go. Let's take that off and see what occurs. I mean, it's actually quite, I suppose the wheels are a bit grubby, but overall condition isn't bad really, I don't think, considering its age, etc. Let's just pop that little screw in the wooden tray there so I don't lose it. And what does that do? Does it release this base plate at all? No, it does absolutely nothing. Does it release this weight? Again, no it does not. Okay. Come on Roger, you're making me look like a fool. Ah, wait a minute, I think maybe it levers out as well. It's got two lugs holding it in. Here we go. Okay, so that comes out, that's pretty straightforward. And there's the little copper contacts in there. And actually that reminds me, when I was looking at the body, looking at Roger's body on the earlier on, I looked at the clip I shot the other day and I said he's got a chrome top on his funnel. It's not chrome, is it? It's copper. Never mind. I'm sure you'll forgive me. So we need to get these wheels out of this base, which is actually one piece. So I'm guessing I'm going to need to pull the pins out of the wheels to release that front wheel set. So that could be interesting. Okay, let's give it a go. It doesn't work at the moment, so I don't really see I've got a whole lot to lose. If I get hold of that pin like that, if I can just extract it. It's moving. Yeah. Well, that's one out. And then I suppose the other thing you need to remember is that the wheels need to be quartered, don't they? So when these wheels are upright, we'll say those ones are at the 9 o'clock position. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay. That's that. And then if I take the one out the other side, they just need to be a push fit. Hopefully without it pinging across the room. There we go. That's that. And then the actual wheel set itself needs to come apart. Interesting. Okay. I can see the little copper contacts wiping on the back of the wheels there. So I'm guessing these wheels are probably just a push fit as well. So maybe they just lever off. I think what I'll do is I can measure the spacing of these ones and make sure I get these, measure the spacing of the rear ones, and then I can make sure when I push these ones back on I get the same spacing. Okay. Oh, this base plate is really flimsy, you know. Maybe that wheel comes off. I can see it's got like there's serrations there as if it's a push fit. Yeah, I think it's moving. Okay, something's happening anyway. Maybe I need a better screwdriver. Okay, let's go and get a slightly better screwdriver, I think. Okay, got a big screwdriver. Let's see if this helps. Oh dear. Danger. Amateur at work. Ah, it's moving. Okay. I wonder if I can get some long-nosed pliers behind it now and just do a bit more of an even pull. Or wiggle it off. I don't want to break this base because it's really flexible. Here it comes. Okay. That one's off. And will it pull out? No, it will not. And this base is definitely all one piece. So, does that mean I need to take the other wheel off as well? Let's have a look. Yep, now the wheel's about to come off. Right, that's the other wheel off. And then, how does that come out? Does that mean that they push that through? That's like a sleeve. That they need pushing through, I wonder. Interesting. Aha, here we go. Okay. Fortune favours the brave. It's on the move. Right. Okay, it's out. And there's the little cog. Phew. Oh. Oh yeah, it's pretty worn. I don't know if you can, if that'll pick that up on the phone, but it's pretty worn, so that's okay. At least I was right and it was worn, so that's a result. Always nice when you get something right. Right, let's get a cloth and give that a squirt out and get some of that dust out of there, I think. Really? Really? Take two. Got another tin here, that's okay. Right, let's try again. That's it. I just use, I don't know if anybody's no association in these products. I've just been using general brake cleaner for these cleaning purposes. That, you know, you can just buy them, 6 tins of it pretty cheap off a well-known auction site. The contacts are clean. Let's just dry that off. Must remember when I reassemble, if it works, I've got to put a hook on it as well, haven't I? So need to remember that. Okay, so let's move on. I wonder how crucial the meshing of these gears is, because obviously, yeah, that's interesting. This replacement gear, this, which is different colour obviously, has an extra kind of shoulder on it, which I guess you would push on till it's just clear of the base of the motor. So it's a slightly different design. And then here's the drive cog. So need to thread that in. Come on, Rog. You know you want to get back on the track. We can rebuild you. No, maybe that needs to go in from the top, actually. Yeah, maybe. Let's try putting it in from the top. Right. You could squeeze that on, maybe. Little Rog, the Dodge. And we squeeze that through. Right, folks, I was struggling with that. It just wasn't going in. I was afraid I was going to break something. So what I decided to do is soak the little gear oil, not soak it, well, yeah, soak it in some hot water for a few minutes. Not boiling, because I don't want to distort it, but I just thought some warm to sort of hot-ish water on a plastic component like that might just give it that little bit of an edge, or a softer edge, to allow me to push the metal pin through. And you see, it's not that hot because I can put my fingers in it. You know, not boiling straight out the kettle. Give that a quick dry. And we'll give it another go. See if we can get it in this time. After having waited for it to turn up in the post, the last thing I want to do is break it. So let's have a go. Try and push it through. That's looking a bit better already, I think. Famous last words. There we go. Alright, it's starting to go now. So I just need to get it on those serrated teeth on the axle shaft. Yeah, it's getting close. I think that's about there. Yeah, I think so. Bit of fine tuning with the old fingers. I think it's in, folks. So, yeah, warm water seems to have done the trick. Now, I think I should probably change the corresponding gear on this motor as well, so the set has got the same. And this might have a bit of wear on it as well, mightn't it? So I'm going to plonk that in the hot water for a soak. And then see if we can extract this gear from the motor. Maybe it'll just pull off. Yeah, it does, just pulls off. That's okay. Put that over there. I mean, in fairness, it doesn't look too bad, that one. So it's probably just throw it in the random spares box, I think. You know, could come in handy one day. Who knows? Who knows? Right, I think what we'll do in the meantime, while that's having a soak in there, is get the wheels back on. So we need to line up the holes, don't we? Make sure these line up. Just push that one on, get it started. Where's my long nose pliers? I'm having one of those days today. Okay, that one's on. Then we can put the crank pin back in to hold it in position, I think. Get that in the hole, push it in. That's it. That's pretty much there. That's it. That's in. Okay. We're rocking and rolling. Get the other wheel. Line the hole up. Okay, folks, it's in. The gear's on. It's in the middle. I've got the wheels back on. I think I've got the quartering okay. Now it's a case of installing the motor. The gear pushed. I got the old gear off. Okay, you saw that earlier. I've just pushed this one on. I thought I was filming it, and of course I turned around to realise that the phone wasn't on. But never mind. I just literally just pushed it on, so that seems to be okay. So now we need to fit the metal clip. Just hook that temporarily back through there. Something can hit the floor then. Right, folks, apologies if the shooting seems a bit disjointed, but I'm in one of those days today. The phone cut out again. I got up to have a look at it, heard something hit the floor, and came to the conclusion that I've somehow managed to lose the screw that holds this weight into the chassis, which I thought I'd put in my tray over there and is now missing. But anyway, couldn't find it on the floor, so I had to go and find a quick replacement. It's a little Phillips headed one, so anyway, it's holding that in. That's the main thing. Honestly, some days it just seems that things are all against you, doesn't it? Never mind. Right, let's reinstall the motor and see if we can get this clip in. There we go. That's in like that. See if we can get the clip to go on. Like that. Okay. Fingers crossed. Phew. Dare I give it a battery test? Here we go. Yep. Yay, success. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll quickly, if I can stick it on the track there and just try it. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Whoops. It's hooked itself up. Never mind. Right then. So, well, that was a bit of a drama. I spent ages looking at that screw. Couldn't find it. Decided in the end, just put a different screw in. Right. Sometimes it happens, doesn't it? I think we better give it a little bit of oil before we put the body on. Bit of oil there, and I think we'll give a little bit of oil on the back bearing of the motor there. Maybe just on the front there. And then maybe just on the axles where they run through. Would that have been a good idea? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. A little bit on there, a little bit on there. There we go. Spin it up again. Oh, that's great to see that. There we go. Lovely. Okay then, pop the weight in there. Like that. And then I think all we need to do now is try and hook the body back on and then put a hook in the back. Oof. Okay, is there a particular position it likes to fit it? Oh, hang on. There we go. Roger, roger. A hook for the back. And we could be in business. Just bring the magnifier over so I can see what I'm doing. Get this hook on. Actually, things have been hitting the floor this morning. It's just one of those days. You just think to yourself sometimes, how does this, why does it go like that? That's it, a hook in. Perfect. Let's stick that on there. Right. Let's just give it a quick test with the battery. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Roger lives. And pretty quiet as well, actually. Oh, I'm very pleased with that. Ideally, I would love to pop up into the attic now, stick it on the layout and see him zooming round. But unfortunately, I've hurt my back at the moment, so climbing up the ladder is a bit of a no-no, to be honest. But never mind. Just have to make do with that for now. So it's a success. We can call it a success, can't we? We've got Roger running again. The gear set cost me about £3, I think. So all in all, maybe I'm into this lot for about £15. Let me just have a let's just have a look. See if you think it was worth it, guys. Just take that off. So yeah, so I've got Roger. Obviously had to repair him. 3 wagons needed hooks. Roger needed a hook. The hooks, I had them anyway, and as I say, Roger's cost me. So all in all, Roger and his 3 wagons have cost me £15, which I think is a bargain. I think it was worth doing and saving. So anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that. So it's a bit of a mishmash of a video all over the place, but we're dropping things on the floor, the phone cutting out. Honestly, sometimes it feels like things are against you, don't you? Right, folks, well, the phone cut out again. Just having one of those days today where we're dropping stuff and the phone not recording or cutting out. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so it's nice to see Roger all back together. Done a successful repair, I feel. And that's him with his 3 wagons. So the whole set, including buying the gear set to get him, back together, it probably means I'm into this lot for £15, which I think for 3 wagons and a working engine for £15, still got to be a bargain, isn't it? Surely. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching that. It was a bit testing, getting them all back together, but never mind. These things happen. Hope to see you again soon. Please like, share and subscribe as usual. And we'll see you again soon for more adventures on Padshaw Junction. All right, everybody, take care and bye for now.